Mr. Fantastic, what part of the conversation is this video here?
Women like abusers. I don't know how or why.
No way.
I don't know. Yeah, man.
No fucking way. No way. No way.
Niggas that beat.
That's what you got.
That,
I'll be back next week, bro. I'll be back next week, bro. I'm hollering y'all.
Yo.
I can't do this shit today, bro. Niggas that beat women somehow always got women to beat.
It's 11:38, my nigga. What we do?
There's no way.
We having a conversation.
I seen some crazy shit in my day, you heard? But the internet allow you to see just about everything under the sun. And and I guess this ain't the first time, right? Cause we seen Making a Murderer. You remember that one when that first came out on Netflix? That may have been the most interesting one they've had, in my opinion. But that was like one of their first ones, Now it's documentary from My Neighbor. What's it called? My
Perfect neighbor.
Perfect Neighbor, but the series is like my
Neighbor Next Door.
Neighbor Next Door. So that was the one with the black lady. Perfect Neighbor was the one with the black lady who got shot. But now there's a series like My Crazy Ex, My Crazy Neighbor, My Crazy Roommate. So you get to see into the mindsets of these people who are, I don't know.
It's worst neighbor ever.
Worst neighbor ever, worst ex ever, worst this, worst roommate ever. So super interesting. Mr. Fantastic sent this clip, and I wanted to start for this one just so we can understand like the baseline of this shit maybe. And I don't even know if this is the baseline, but we're going to go here first. Hit the like button, man. Salute. Let me make sure. Got this ready. Let me see.
Twice in one day. And I went to jail. Then I went and found her and beat her up for calling police on me. And then went back again. All in one night.
So did any of the women get restraining orders or protection orders against
that
you?
don't mean nothing to me. Restraining order ain't nothing but a piece of paper. That ain't gonna stop me from doing nothing. It ain't over till I say it's over.
Like many former abusers, Charles says he was violent because he'd developed the view that men should be in charge of women.
I never considered myself a woman beater, per se, because I didn't just hit women for nothing. I figure if I had a reason, then it was just not being a woman beater. It was justified. It was corrective actions. Just trying to get some compliance.
How many women did you do this to?
I think I've been arrested about 7 times. But on one instance, I went to jail for domestic violence twice in one day. And I went to jail. Then I went and found her and beat her up for calling police on me. And then went.
Why is he crying?
Why is he alive?
Well, he's crying because he could feel bad. People change. But getting the police called on you 2 times because you beat her, that's crazy, nigga. You gotta go. I don't know what happened to you. I don't know why you free. But getting caught and then beating her up because she called the cops is insane work. That's crazy. That's nuts. That's crazy.
So he arrested 7 times for it. Restraining order means nothing. It's just a piece of paper. Right? Unless they waiting outside the house, I guess he got a point. Right? Because how else do you enforce? You only have to enforce the restraining order if someone violates it. Right? And if they violate it, they have to be in your presence to do so. And a motherfucker don't care, he don't care. Mr. Fantastic, what part of the conversation is this video here?
Women like abusers. I don't know how or why.
No way.
I don't know. Yeah, man.
No fucking way. No way. No way.
Niggas that beat.
That's what you got.
That,
I'll be back next week, bro. I'll be back next week, bro. I'm hollering y'all.
Yo.
I can't do this shit today, bro.
niggas that beat women somehow always got women to beat.
It's 11:38, my nigga. What we do?
There's no way.
We having a conversation.
Let me put you
in the conversation.
Let me put
Women
you on
love
the
the worstest of niggas, man. Women love the worst of niggas. The worst of them. I know, man. I'll be the bad guy. Listen, think of, and this is a social experiment. Think of the guy you know that's crusty, musty, dusty, broke, violent, whatever, and how many women has he had? How many? He's never short on women. No matter how he looks, good or bad or whatever, for whatever reason, the niggas that beat women always got women. But what about women's intuition? I thought women's intuition, and ain't no way you can't tell. Again, listen, for me, in my head, right? Mm-hmm. If a nigga hit you once, he'll hit you again. So why would you stay? And if you can leave eventually, why can't you leave initially? Hamp, how many times we had women come up here and say, yeah, Cheeky, I know, that's real shit. If you can leave eventually, why don't you leave initially? Because Hamp, they say all the time, oh, he was boring, he was too nice, he was too this, he was too that. Totally good nigga, perfect nigga. But wasn't nothing wrong with him, and she left the nigga. The nigga that's something wrong with him, oh, he has trauma, or he has potential, he has all these things, I can fix him. And they keep taking them ass whoopings till they get tired. And then every nigga after, the nigga that whooped the ass, gotta, he can't even reach out to hug her. She jumping and shit. Bitch, what? What's going on? What's wrong? The last nigga beat on me. Well, that's my fault. So now I gotta ask for, can I have a hug? So now we gotta suffer for you picking the abusive nigga.
What?
You remember that video, Mr. Fantastic? It was like boom, 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 and it's some two people, and he rapping, and the girl is doing the beat for him, and they both don't have no front teeth.
Mm-hmm.
He like
no, I ain't talking about yeah. Or hey, what's the famous one, Hamp?
Well, this what I'm saying. That's a pager you looking at. Oh, what do y'all call them? Crackheads, right?
Yeah, those are crackheads. Those are basers.
I know. Take this walk with me though.
Or geekers.
You see a fiend.
Mm-hmm.
You see homeless. He always got a bitch too. That don't mean. Hold on. That don't mean that women prefer crackheads.
Well, no. Usually those women that are with crackheads are crackheads themselves. So those are addicts, of course. That's like a niche, right? I don't think most women are out here taking care of homeless niggas. I wouldn't say homeless. Now, homosexuals aren't necessarily homeless, but they just broke niggas. It's a difference, right? The thing is, so I'm not saying women out here with homeless niggas. Addicts are addicts. But what I'm saying is, especially for us, because there's more so of an archetype attraction, more so than physical or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Those dudes seem to be the guy that gets the best of the women. Abusers is included. The worst of niggas get the best of the women.
How do we? Okay, so
this,
go ahead, Shot.
It's like an impossible math equation. It's like you just make up some shit, then you put an equal sign, then it gotta work. I mean, that task like it be these moments right here, brother, where it shows you too deep in the trenches, my nigga. You've been doing this too long. It's getting to your atoms, bro. It's like it's cellular at this point, bro. There's no fucking way you'd have found a way to make a correlation between this man right here, right, and now that women enjoy abusers. One, I gotta be careful with this conversation because this is actually like very personal to me. So I gotta be careful because it could turn in the moment thinking about my real life. But come on, man! Like they like abusers. It just It's just not.
Yes, I stand up, brother. I stand on that, bro. I understand.
I get you standing on. I guess I'm trying to figure out what are you substantiating it with, other than some kind of made up equation you got, bro. Like,
well, just listening to women. So anytime I hear women that are quote unquote, they call themselves survivors, right? Which again, I don't know how you become a survivor for deciding to finally leave a bad situation that you decide to stay in. So again, we give women the benefit of the doubt and credit for making poor decisions all the time, right? women stay with men and they talk about the ones that, you know, go through repeated, when it's just common sense. That goes against your biological imperative. So when someone's threatening your life, okay, if a man puts his hands on a woman, it should correlate to her that, hey, this nigga could kill me. It should, right? So the instant that he does that shit, it should be like, hey, I'm out. I'm done. This nigga, you know what I'm saying? Especially we talking about like fighting. Now I can understand if he's grabbing or restraining or something and he's self-defense, no. But a man that would, as this dude explained to you, he was able to deal with, I don't know, 7-something women, at least 7 or 6, or I could say he got twice. Let's just say 6, right? 6 women. Clearly, he showed something in his temperament, in his behavior, and especially from the physical aspect as to where, hey, you need to leave this nigga alone. But for whatever reason, women stay with him and he's able to have actual relationships. He's not talking about a one-time occasion or just, you know, a one-night stand or just some casual shit. No, these are women that he had relationships with, long-term relationships with, Shad.
It's just unfortunate that you making up all this shit just to make a point about women. I think it's unfortunate because, I mean, just as normal thinking people, we know, right? I don't believe people get tricked, right? But what I do also know is abusers ain't walking around like, hey, I abuse, right? That's one thing. And then if we have an honest conversation about context, right? Because I'm saying, you think women that come from, because it sounds like what you said at a baseline, the average woman likes to be abused. So you mean to tell me women that come from a 2-parent home with a loving father, that's a cohort of women. They want to get beat on when they've never seen this in their life. You saying women that got something to lose, on average, are looking for an abuser. I can see, I can give you, I guess, some type of understanding.
Well, hold on, just real quick. I didn't say looking for. I said like. Those are 2 different things. So what I'm not saying that they're seeking. No. It's not semantics. It's not semantics. And that's why I gotta cut you off. That's why I gotta say this.
What's the difference?
So I'm not saying that women are knowingly going out seeking abusers. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, if they come across an abuser and she experiences that abuse herself, she will stick it out. That's why I say she if you like it, I love it. It's not the same thing. It's not seeking out. It's not the same thing. Seeking out would be, I know this nigga beat bitches. I want the nigga that beat bitches.
No, Mr. Fantastic. I think Shad is more right in this instance simply because you're saying there are particular characteristics that interest women that the abuser has. You know what I mean? Yeah. So if he had abuser on his forehead, no. But you're saying there's particular traits that come with this archetype that women are attracted to.
You like neck bones, but you're not looking for them.
You know, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this.
Okay.
Once it is revealed to a woman by her personally that this nigga beats women, for whatever reason, she's willing to endure and try to figure it out, fix it, whatever, so on and so forth.
Real quick,
right?
Mr. Fantastic, if we're using that example, if he has 7 women, doesn't that say the opposite? The women are leaving.
Yeah, eventually, not initially though. That's my point.
I guess it didn't give us context of time here.
Yeah, how you know that?
You know, like, does he have a longer story?
Again, now I'm correlating with, and Hamp, women have said this on your platform. So listen, I'm talking about Hamp. Have you ever heard how many? I ask this question, so I ask y'all. Right, this is a social experiment. So have you heard of women saying or speaking about their domestic abuse and saying, "Hey, man, that nigga hit me one time, I was out," or have you heard more women saying, "Hey, he hit me and then he hit me again, and then the 3rd, 4th, 5th, or 10th time he hit me, I finally left"? Which one do you hear more often?
You know what? I now that I think about it, I don't know if I ever actually asked the further question, like, how long did you stay? I don't know and I'm just saying anecdotally, I don't know if in that conversation I was like, well, how long did you stay there? Maybe that's a valuable piece of information, I guess, based on this conversation. I don't know if I actually explicitly asked, you know what I mean? Like, how many times did he hit you? I just heard them say that, and eventually they weren't with that man. I don't know the time frame though.
Yeah. Every time I've heard the story told, more often than not, I won't say every time, that'll be all right, but the majority of time I've heard the story told of a woman surviving, calling herself a survival of abuse. Survival is that not he tried to kill me, you know, he hurt me so bad I almost died. Yeah. It's to the point of where it was repeated and recurrent, and I tried to endure it, but at some point I came to the point where I said I can't take it no more, I'm out.
So you skip all the possible context of like, you know, are the children involved in this relationship? What are the things that might be compelling this woman to want to make it work versus just leaving the first time? You just skip all that and go to they like abusers.
Yeah, no, most of these cases aren't like, you know, families and children and stuff. This is just
I got to keep asking, where are you getting your information from?
Again, I'm getting it from the women telling their stories. I'm getting it from I'm listening to this from women and the abusers themselves that talk about beating bitches.
Right. So the thing about what Hamp brought up, which is a key point, is he says he has several different women. He didn't give a duration. He didn't say how often or whatever the case. He did say he got called. The police was called on and restraining order, and he's been to jail for it. So it sounds like
1 out of 7.
Reporting. He didn't say 1 out of 7. He said he's been to jail for it. So we don't know how many.
Well, no, 1 restraining order. Hold on, he got 1 restraining order.
1 restraining order, but he's been
out of 7.
No, he said restraining order don't mean nothing to him.
Exactly, and that's why he went to jail. So that's the same case, Cheeky.
But what I'm saying is, he doesn't. They're no longer with him. He's been to jail. There's no indication. He's not married.
Cheeky, bitches check your bitches. I don't know if you know this, right? Bitches literally run your name and check your name against the registry.
Your background? You think everybody's doing that?
Not everybody, but a substantial number of them.
You think a majority of?
I won't say I won't say a majority, but it's happening.
DJ Hamp's show. Do we?
Hold on. Hey, we got to think. Hey, whoa. Hey, we got it. How many people in here right now? How many people in here, Hamp? Let's see.
230.
231. All right, put a poll up. Ladies only. Ladies. Have you or known of a woman that has done a background check on a man she was dealing with? Let's do it here.
Well, before that, can we
get the data?
Can we get the data on how many of them have been beat?
What? How many women have been beat?
Yeah, right. Because the show seems to be about abuse. My thing is this: one, we can't say women like being beat up, and then I don't think majority of women are getting beat up. Fantastic. Are we saying we think?
I didn't say that either. Y'all saying something?
Wait, hold on. Fantastic. I didn't say you said that, but you said a blanket statement, which is women like
abusers.
You said that,
right? So now that you say women, which is a general blanketed statement that we're assuming because we're on DJ Hamp show and we know how this works. Women means over 51%. Majority minority. That's what we gotta break this down. So majority of minority women like abusers.
No, it's okay to change your mind, man. It's okay. It's okay to say.
It would. I guess it would have to be minority by the numbers because you don't even get 50% of domestic violence cases per year, right? Okay, so of course it would have to be the minority. But again, y'all are saying you're making an argument I didn't make. I didn't say most. I just said no. Now y'all frame the way. If you're framing it that way, it makes me look crazy. Hold on, no. I have to clarify this for me, right?
Okay, clarify, yeah. Do
because
that,
if you frame it that way, as to where I'm making the argument that most women, I never said most, I said women like abusers. So I'm talking about women. I'm talking about women in general. I didn't give a percentage. I didn't say if I would have said most. Yeah, you got me. I would concede. That's not what I said. When I'm saying women, I'm just saying women in general. No numbers, so on and so forth. What I'm saying is more likely than not, when a woman is introduced to an abuser, most of them stay and endure by their account, by what women have said. By what women have said, most of them go through abuse, not once, but more than once, and then finally exit the situation.
Okay, so
let them change his hypothesis.
I think when you say
let them change his hypothesis.
I'm not changing my hypothesis. My hypothesis is the same.
His hypothesis. He's just being more clear.
Should though.
I'm being more clear.
He's being more clear, which I can accept.
Okay, so what's the exact hypothesis?
Right. What's the exact hypothesis?
The hypothesis is this: women like abusers, meaning that when a woman comes across a man that is abusive, okay, and I'm just talking physical because according to women, it can be emotional, it can be verbal, it's like 80,000 types of abuse. So y'all would definitely lose that one, okay? But we just gonna stick to physical. When women come across a man that's physically abusive, by their account, most of them have endured it more than once. Being that violates your biological imperative and your own thing to protect yourself and your life and your well-being, you staying in something as a threat to your life goes against something that you are subconsciously, okay, and involuntarily adverse to, right? If a motherfucker punch me in the
This
face.
is not a hypothesis, Miss Fantastic. You just going on. This
I gotta be exact because you niggas keep trying to add shit to it, so I'm gonna add it to myself.
You just in a trick bag. I'm trying to help you. You just in a trick bag.
See, hold on.
And Chicky kind of gave you an out slightly.
Here's where I don't
you
like,
out.
right? Let's be fair. Hamp, if I say black people ain't shit, you think I'm talking about a small percentage, or you think I'm talking about the majority?
I'm thinking you're talking about most of them.
Right, because it's a general statement. Fantastic.
What if you say niggas?
Let me finish.
Let me finish.
Ain't nobody trying to put words in your mouth. We just need some clarification, because nigga, that's a wild statement.
This is bad, man.
Nigga, that's a crazy statement. And then the evidence we use, the one nigga you pick, he went to jail, got a restraining order, and said, I don't care. It's all the evidence to show I don't want this nigga around me, please. And he said, I beat her up again for calling the cops. Are you kidding me?
This is bad.
We can't do that.
It's not bad, man. I can't listen. All the excuses that are given and that are made, bro, don't make sense. Like you said, it is. That's what it is. So listen, right? Man. So like as you guys said, he had at least 6 cases, right? Because he had 6 and a restraining order, because one was like double, right? So let's just say 6 different situations with women. All right. He didn't say duration or length. But let's knock it down and say half of them were she left and half she wasn't, just for the sake of argument and fairness, right?
Okay.
What I'm saying is this, right?
All right.
When the woman is abused by a man, it should be immediately, I'm out. I'm not doing this. I'm not staying. Whatever. And mind you, like y'all said, he's not married. He wasn't married, so you can't claim that. I don't know if he has kids or not. He didn't mention kids.
So that I agree with that. Sure, I share the same sentiment. So by that very virtue, men like getting abused too. And we would agree to that statement too.
Donated $20 through Super Chat. Showing a man speaking on being an abuser and saying restraining orders don't mean anything, and the first thing he focuses on the victims is diabolical.
Bad.
Well,
pretty bad.
I don't see him as, and I think we need to get away from that too. We need to get away from that. If it's a first time thing, yeah, you're a victim. If you stay after that, you're a voluntary participant.
No.
Yes.
This is good. Fantastic.
You put your own people in the trick bag.
Wait. We gotta clarify. I need to.
No, I'm not. I'm a person that had to watch my mom get abused by my dad as a kid. So y'all, you can't hit me with none of the bullshit.
I ain't even saying that. This is what I mean by you putting your people in the trick bag. Cheeky kind of pointed to it. Then he was too soft about it. What you're basically to make your claim, because you didn't actually state your new claim concisely and clearly. You started out with women like abusers. So which would mean, as like Tiki said, in TMBR universe, that means you're saying the majority of women like abusers.
I
nullified
that by saying that's not the case.
Don't try to, nope.
I nullified by saying that's clearly
not the case. I know you
nullified
it, but then you didn't clearly give the new premise. Because I'm saying you putting men in the trick bag too by making your original statement. So then we asked you to clean it up. So are you trying to say, let me be Miss Fantastic for a second, are you trying to say the women that experience abusers like abusers? That's a horrible claim too, but it's more clear than your first claim. That women, are you saying women that experience abuse actually like being abused because they don't leave the first time?
I think that's better. Let me say it the way I would say it. So that, and I did say what you just said though. I said women that come across abusers don't mind the abuse, so therefore they must fucking like it.
I'm going back to your first claim when you showed us the video of this nigga.
No, right, you're right.
Comment after that was women like being abused. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I mean women like abusers. I didn't say like being abused. I said he should like they like abusers. So I will take Shad's amendment, okay, to it, and I would say this: women that come across men that are abusive, okay, like them because most of them, and I am saying most in this case,
I got you,
do not leave initially. Okay, they leave eventually. Right
now, that's a more realistic conversation. And since you opened the floor to talk about it, you and I can relate on to what you said about your upbringing, right? And I'm saying we both know that one of the reasons why our mothers didn't leave immediately is because children were involved. So that adds an extra layer of consideration when you're talking about breaking a family. I mean, it's easy. It's easy to be the person who isn't being abused and kind of doing a Monday night quarterback to be like, yeah, the first time it happened, leaves. I don't think that's bad advice. But I'm also saying to kind of refute your claim that women like it and not acknowledging the context that happens in these situations. I'm not saying every situation involves children, but I'm saying these are one of the factors that we should consider before you make a claim that
but
abused, bro.
And again, in most of the cases though, that especially nowadays, we know, what the birth rate and everything's went down dramatically from what we were. Well, not dramatically, but significantly, right? Since we were kids, right? Since the 80s, from the 80s to now, the reproduction rate has went down, right? So what I'm saying is this: in most of these cases, these women that are telling these stories aren't including kids or involving kids or families or so on and so forth. These are just men, and usually it's a man that provides some sort of resource, or she's just so attracted to that she's willing to motherfucking go through the shit more than once and not leave the situation. And again, I'm using the accounts of the women telling their stories. So to your point, Shaw, yes, of course, being in a marriage or whatever and enduring that for the sake of the family is sort of kind of understandable. But even in that case, for me, it don't make sense because, hey, my mom ended up fucking leaving, of course, because that fucking reason was one of it, right? So that's what I'm saying. I'm saying whenever a man is an abusive man, right, the woman, for the most part, outside of, extenuating circumstances, family, kids, whatever, right, they stay in the situation and try to fucking, I guess, power through it or whatever, or rationalize it until the point they can't take it, and then they finally move on after that, after multiple occurrences of the abuse, of physical abuse.